Greetings, Aries. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your new moon reading, which is on September 14th, all right? So this new moon is going to be in the sign of Virgo, and collectively, including yourself, we could all be feeling Virgoan themes, right? So this is looking like an examination of our health routines, right? Are we getting enough water, enough sleep? What's our physical activity looking like? Who are we surrounding ourselves with, right? So there's this emphasis on examining our physical and mental wellness, right, at this particular time. This is also a really good time because Virgo is associated with nature in general. So this is an excellent time. You should be very receptive to the power of nature at this time. So going out to reconnect or to connect with your outside environment will be very advantageous for you for this new moon period as well. And just remembering that new moons are a great opportunity for us to really turn in, right? It's about going inward. It gives us the opportunity to really assess where we are in our lives at this time. Kitty. Just to give an assessment where we are and what goals do we have and what goals do we want to recommit to, okay? So that's really the purpose of the new moon, right? It's to kind of go internal to think about those things, right? And it's also for us to be looking, if we're following the moon, what's this cycle look like for us, right? So, my dear Aries, we are going to do a new moon reading for you, okay? We are using the Moonology Oracle cards to pull your messages. And then we're going to clarify those messages with Black Cat Tarot, all right? Kitty, oh my goodness, what? He's so attention seeking, all right. All right, so Aries, remember, if the message applies, fantastic. If the message does not apply, please just go ahead, put them wings on and let it fly, all right? Okay, let's go ahead. This message is for Aries. Let's go, Aries. What's the main message of this? This cat is like kind of bothering me. Let me go do something about this right quick. All right, so try to settle this kitty. All right, so what is rising in you, Aries, during this time? So this is your dominant energy, all right? What is becoming apparent to you at this time? What's rising in Aries? What is rising in Aries? What's rising in Aries? Okay. It says a win-win outcome is forecast. This is the full moon in Libra energy, okay? So Libra energy is kind of romantic. It's a very kind of like playful, flirty energy. And this could mean that you are very susceptible to just being influential at this time, right? That you could be like looking good, sounding good to people. It's also about... let's say maybe you're inquiring about a relationship. So this could be like whatever is happening, it's in your it's in your highest good, right? So whether the relationship is ending, you're okay with whatever's happening, or if you are upgrading your commitment, you're also okay with that. It's a good time to really be confident and to just allow the universe to provide for you. So whatever is falling away from you at this time, just let it go, right? This is not a time. What's rising in you is that you're not feeling like you want to fight things to stay or to go anymore. You're just allowing things to be, because I think you understand that to attract, you don't really chase per se, okay? This could also be about you looking at maybe your partner with like just a little bit more love and just trying to change your perspective about them as well, because Libra energy is all about being balanced in some way as well. So there could be a change in perspective. Also looking after yourself. And now if you want to change something about your physical appearance, now would be a great time. Those things will go very well for you during this time if you want to go ahead and switch up that look, Aries, all right? Let's go ahead and clarify this win-win outcome. What is this? Full moon in Aries. Let's clarify it with some tarot. Interesting. All right. So first of all, oh, this is a lot. I don't know. All right. Whatever, we'll take them. They came out, so I was just intending to take 3, but I think 5 came out. Okay, so first thing is the win-win outcome. When I just mentioned about like letting things fall away from you and not fighting to keep things, like things should not be, things that are meant for you are not difficult to come by, right? So you got this you got this high priestess, right? This is all about an inner knowing. This is about just understanding that sometimes we go with decisions of our gut when we just know it's the right thing to do. That is going to be very strong with you, okay? And while you have this inner sense of knowing, you've also got some conflicting ideas about stuff too, okay? So you could be going back and forth about where to take something, right? 5 of Swords is all about, like, it's competitive energy. It could be like kind of conflictual in nature, but it's like your mentality. It's your mental thoughts. It's the story that you're telling yourself, and you're kind of going back and forth with it. You don't have like a very solid ground on that. And that kind of makes sense because there could be a decision that you have to make because you do have that win-win, right? So that means that you've got either 2 or multiple directions on what you can go to, right? So when this is rising in you, you're becoming very aware or living in this opportunity right now, okay? There's definitely something that you want to nurture, okay? Because you got this Empress card. This is all about giving birth to an idea of some sort. Okay, and I see you like very heavy in that energy. That is also very Libran energy as well. 5 is the Hierophant. Okay, so you also, this is about a commitment, okay? And commitments are not just to other people. Sometimes we commit to ourselves on things. Sometimes we commit to a course of study. But I see that kind of coming into whatever you're deciding to do, whatever you're committing yourself to, it's the right thing. You can't go wrong in this situation. It's going to yield a lot of financial success as well, because you've got this 10 of Pentacles, or your money is going to look really great. Okay, so that's going to be working out for you, okay? So that is what's rising in you. So what's the message of this new moon for Aries? What's the message of this new moon for Aries? The message of this new moon for Aries. It's the message of this new moon. Okay. Got 2 cards here. First one is be bold and make the first move. This is talking about cardinal moons, okay? The cardinal moons are action takers, right? This is about having that initiatory spark to do something. To what? Look at the bigger picture. Full moon is Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarian energy is very Jupiterian in nature. It's very expansive. It has to do with your luck, your fortune, your success to some degree, or how big you think, right? So when we're looking at the big picture, we're looking at, like, for this decision that you're making sure that you, even though it's a win-win on either side, but paying close attention to, like, what does the bigger picture look like to you? Can you see what this looks like? If you can see what this is and you've thought about all of these scenarios you've already gone through, right? Because you've got that 5 of Swords, this mental conflictual energy, but at the same time, an inner knowing of what needs to happen with that High Priestess. I see this new moon is saying, like, go for it, trust yourself. You've thought long and hard about this, and it's time for you to go, okay? Let's clarify that. This is the new message, or the message of this new moon. Let's clarify. Please clarify. All right. Okay. There's an ending here. There isn't. I don't know, man. This is crazy. Okay. I see an ending because we got the death card here. Death cards are either endings and or rebirths and transformative energy, okay? So there's something that has to end in order to for something else. But I see that in order for something to end, sometimes doing nothing is what makes things end, because you've got the hanging man. Hanging man is all about really surrendering, okay? So sometimes action looks like inaction. Sometimes not saying something is the action. Sometimes not participating in that fight is your answer, okay? So we don't always, sometimes when we think about, we'll do something about it, that doing something about it is okay if it's passive sometimes, right? Sometimes we do make emotions and we make very like valid points by choosing not to participate in things, okay? So I see that as part of whatever this bigger picture is, okay? That it's going to require maybe even some waiting. It's going to require some patience. But an ending does need to come, and you need to be kind of swift to make this ending, all right? Because it's all part of the plan. 3 of Wands, okay? This is all part of the plan. This is like you just knowing what you want to do before you even get there, right? Or knowing what you've put out and having that and waiting for it to return to you. Knowing exactly, idealizing what that plan looks like, okay? Interesting. So what's a final outcome for you, dear Aries? So we are going to be looking at from cycle to cycle, from new moon to new moon in the next 28 days. What's going to be a final outcome of this energy? What's a final outcome of this energy for Aries? Ooh, okay. That's like 20 cards. Definitely not taking all that. What's the final message for Aries? Show me the final message for Aries. All right. So the final outcome for you, drum roll. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. Okay. So let's see what this is pertaining to. All right. So blue moons basically come around, I don't know, once or twice, I don't know, but it's basically two full moons that's within a month. Okay. Can happen. And because they are extremely rare does not mean that there's not likely to happen. So whatever situation that you're inquiring about, whatever you want to end, whatever you want to begin, you got to believe that it's possible. You got to get out of this like mental blockages that you may have about either seeing things, or this could also mean when we have this hangman, that you know that something needs to end and you're like just kind of waiting around. You're not actually doing anything about it. So it doesn't have to mean that the inaction is the action. It can mean like you should act and you're not. Okay. So but let's see. Believe in the impossible. Let's see. What does this mean? Okay. Okay. We go. Okay. All right, Aries. What's going on here? You blow. Okay. Look. You could be elevating a relationship, honestly, from what I'm seeing here. I think this is a relationship, and I think you're elevating it. We're about to go through this here. Let's see. One more. Let's get one more clarifying card for Aries, please. Yeah. Okay. This is a good reading, Aries. This is a good reading. Let me tell you what's happening. This is a win-win forecast. I'm just going to go blaze through this. Win-win forecast, full moon in Libra. So whatever decision that you're deciding to make, you want to be with this person, you don't want to be with this person, go in that direction, okay? You're going to have an inner knowing of what you need to do with that high priestess, okay? And even though you could be like mentally conflicted, you could have some conflicting ideas. I do see ultimately you're choosing to nurture what's nurturing you, so to speak, or you're choosing to give to something. You're giving birth to an idea. And this is a commitment, right? We got the Hierophant here. This is a commitment of some sort. This is locking it down with somebody. And it's going to be very financially or resourceful to some degree with this Ten of Pentacles. This is having basically everything that you need and desire, okay, at this point. So with this full moon, new moon, I'm sorry, what this new moon is saying is that you've got to be cardinal in your actions. Take fire, make a spark and actually make those moves, because you got be bold and make the first move. So this is inquiring for you to do it. Look at the bigger picture, okay? Don't be complacent, right? With this hanging man, don't be complacent in what you're doing. You've got to end something so that you can elevate this connection, all right? And once you do that, you're going to see those ships come in. It's going to make sense for you, okay? All this investment, and you have this knowing, you understand that. So, but only thing you have to understand is that you've got to believe that things are possible and that you can get and deserve, you can get what you want and you desire, okay? And it definitely has something to do about a romantic partnership, because we've got the Lovers here, okay? With the Ace of Pentacles, this is offering a new opportunity. I don't know if you need to like propose to somebody, or you need to, it's like taking something to the next level, but it's an offer of something that's tangible, that's real, that is a real start to something, okay? And I do think it has something to do with the home, because you've got that Four of Wands, which is all about our security, our stability, our comfort, okay? So I see you moving in with somebody is kind of what I see. I see you taking this and thinking that you wouldn't ever get to this point, but like somehow you're here. Somehow you've allowed yourself to be emotionally vulnerable enough, Aries, to end up here, okay? So I hope this message was helpful for anybody who listened to it in its entirety. If this really resonated with you, please go ahead, comment, like, and subscribe about what you thought resonated with you. And in addition to that, I do personal readings. So if you're interested in connecting more with a personal reading, you can find more information in the Calendly link to book an appointment with me. It's going to be in the description of this video and in the About section of the channel. Thank you so much, Aries. Have a beautiful new moon and a wonderful, happy day. Bye.